Namaskaram and Mr. Chandrababu Naidu, it's a pleasure to meet with you, to be here and congratulate you for 1 year in office. Though 1 year doesn't do justice to you, you are a fourth-time Chief Minister, I think the most experienced Chief Minister that this country has. And I personally, as a young reporter in the 1990s, have covered you when the first set of power sector reforms, privatization, etc. in distribution was happening. But this 1 year, extremely eventful for you. How do you look back at this 1 year, the challenges and the achievements?
You are all senior reporters. You have experienced India's growth and also trendsetters. So I need not doubt about it. Now, young reporters have to learn what we have done, what we are doing in comparison. As you rightly mentioned, this is the fourth time. Always I was able to address so many crises. My slogan is very clear. Every challenge is an opportunity. How to face crisis and also create right solution out of crisis. But fourth time, when I became Chief Minister, I am facing different situation. I am having knowledge, experience to deal things, but at the same time, it is more complicated, more complex.
Why?
That is what I'm saying. Human beings can create this type of complex. Politicians will create this type of crisis continuously for the society. Never I imagined. There are inefficient politicians. There are some people, sometimes corruption. Some people are traditional. But this is altogether different situation I am facing. Before elections, we made it very clear. As NDA partners, Telugu Desam, Janasena, BJP, there was lot of distraction. We will lead the state from destruction to reconstruction. That was our slogan. Development, welfare, wealth creation, again development, welfare, empowerment is our path. But when I took over as CM, if you go through further and further, crisis is deepen and deepen. To overcome all these things, very problematic. All institutions have been collapsed. All funds were being diverted. For example, we are having 99 centrally sponsored schemes. All schemes were defunct. You may not witness anywhere in the country. Nowhere.
99 schemes were all defunct.
All defunct, funds were diverted. They sent funds, that funds were diverted. Then they made Andhra Pradesh government as a defaulter. You correct, give UC, then only we will give money. Even Government of India has given money for JJM. We are eligible nearly 70 to 80,000 crores. Sustainable water sources we have to identify. Every home, through tap, we have to give water. Amrut for urban areas. Both, they didn't use it totally. Through bores, they want to connect JJM.
The Jal Jeevan Mission.
Very erratic, nowhere, this type of activities. Ultimately, 28,000 crores they sanctioned, even for this scheme. They spent not even 1,500 to 2,000 crores. Now cut-off date is 2024. You can imagine. Now they want to cancel. We requested them. They said we will revive for 2 years. This type of problems, 10 lakh crores debt. Now I have to repay with interest and principal amount. These are all under the same time 1,25,000 crores repayment dues. Very interesting. And also morale of the government is totally gone. Everybody, they are not used development or some regulatory, all these things, they lost their capacity. Only victimization and destruction and also harassment. And industries, they want to chase them away. Bitter experience, everybody, settlements. Very interesting experiments. But it is my duty as a senior leader of the state. So many years people are blessed me, 4.5 decades. I cannot run away. But we are reviving. Now around 98, 77 schemes I was able to put it on track, back. Now some dues I'm able to pay. What I promised, Super 6 and other welfare programs, I am putting on track, one by one. Even roads before, all roads were defined. National highways are beautiful national highways because of policy. At the same time, if you get national highway, our roads, everywhere there are potholes, not motorable. Now we are going for potholes clearance totally. That program is going on. Even other thing you have to understand, no politician will venture. State is a new state. Already we had a problem of structural challenges. Hyderabad we built. Then after Hyderabad, when we divided, urban population is less, income is less. Now we have to rebuild all these things. Then we started new capital, Amaravati. We don't have money. That project is self-financing. 33,000 acres of land farmers has given without asking even 1 rupee. That is land pooling, and also will give some money in turn. Ultimately development plots will give back. Some land will be surplus. If I can monetize, I can build and repay all dues. That project is destroyed. 3 capitals. Nowhere in the world 3 capitals.
Vijayawada, Amaravati and Visakhapatnam.
Tirupati, Kurnool.
And
one is judicial capital.
yeah.
One is legislative capital. One is administrative, executive capital. This type of gambling, I can say it is a gambling. He wanted to bluff the people. He couldn't do that. And also Polavaram. It is a very big project. Nowhere in the country that type of project is going on. That is the last project, big project for the country. 55,000 crores at that time. Now it will enhance further. And also 3,000 TMs of water is going to see every year, 100 years average. Water is abundant. Then if you take that water to other parts of the state, then no drought at all in Andhra Pradesh. In South India, that is the best state. Even that diaphragm wall, they are damaged. They are also political victimization. 400 crores I completed diaphragm wall within 1 year time, 1.5 year time. Now we are rebuilding the diaphragm wall with 1,000 crores, 2.5 times.
So those 400 crores down the drain and fresh 1,000.
400 crores around the drain. Now again 1,000 crores. Excavation. Now we are putting on track. This is a national crime. Nobody is having right to do this type of activities. Even port settlements or otherwise, they will book cases. During COVID time, they want to arrest people. Even existing industries, Amaravati like that, they are all very, very committed for the state. Tirupati, they invested entire money. Their headquarters was Tirupati. Because of these people, they want to divert now. Risk mitigation and divert. Even those who are having interest, they have been chased away. This type of activities everywhere, land grabbing, sand, mining, liquor, everywhere. So all these things anybody will challenge, then they will be punished severely, 5 years. All police duty is only victimize people, close their.
So you're saying even your arrest before the elections, was it also part of the victimization, the political vendetta?
You have seen me so many years. I have taken so many reforms. Sometimes political parties blamed or charged some corruption charges. Never all charges are totally baseless. Different times, different courts make it very clear. Ultimately, everybody said it is all baseless, it is not correct. You cannot do this type of mudslinging. That is the credibility I enjoyed. I am the senior most politician as on today. I implemented economic reforms with total spirit. Second generation reforms, I was the author.
In 95, 96.
91 economic reforms, 95 second generation reforms, 95 that is technology,
Yes.
breakthrough, internet revolution. I adopted it, first mover. These are all my passion.
You were the first chief minister to have a computer and
Yes.
doing your presentations on computer.
All over the world.
All over.
At that time as a politician,
Yes.
they used to give me
The trendsetter tag came to you then.
and also everywhere standing ovation at the end of the meeting.
Yes.
Nobody is aware at that time. Very small, even professionals are unable to do. We are able to do at that time. That is, then only I started e-Seva, online registrations, everything. Smart governance. So many things we initiated.
So when you were in jail, what was going through your mind? What did you plan that if you came to power, what would you do for Andhra Pradesh? How would you turn it around? And was that something that gave you the determination in that time period and that political will to face elections the manner in which you did?
I was always ahead of times, doing right things for future. And at the same time, technically, legally, always, I want to be very strong. Nobody can point out. That is my strength. Even 34 years back, I created one small company, Heritage, to my family members. Ideology is very clear. Politicians should not depend livelihood
On others.
from politics. That is my determination. Fortunately, my family members afterwards, they took over, they are carrying. Our family, no need to depend on politics for economic activities, anything for that matter. I promoted, I preached all these things. I am only Chief Minister. 15-20 years back, all big denominations has to be scrapped. 2000 at that time 1,500, all these things. Again, digital currency, I gave report. I asked the Prime Minister to abolish 2,000 also. 1,000 don't bring. 500 also you abolish in course of time. Then digital currency will come. Traceability is very easy. Once there is a traceability, everybody will afraid.
Transparency.
Transparency will come. Then growth will happen automatically. That is a big advantage for India. So all these things I promoted. What I thought differently, these people acted. Baseless allegations they have done. Sometimes.
Did it hurt you politically, emotionally?
Emotionally, anybody, you are working for a cause with clean image, this type of issues will come. Even our party took initiative from the beginning how to bring electoral reforms also. For also we discussed. Expenditure we have to reduce. Minimum expenditure state has to fund. This type of innovative ideas we used to experiment. Somehow, some of them not catching. So naturally, I also decided I am a human being. 5 years, they humiliated, they harassed, they victimized everybody. And also, ultimately, they took revenge on me. It's okay, but I determined if I won't face, I won't fight. Nobody is there to fight. When people blessed me, supported me, I have moved forward. Today, crisis has come for me. If I also surrender or totally withdraw, then who will save the state? Doesn't matter. Fight it out, come over and save the state.
So that was
my motive.
That was your
my mental makeup.
Let me ask you, Mr. Chandrababu Naidu. You had the opportunity probably to become a prime minister in 95-96 when the United Front government came. Deve Gowda was made the prime minister. Why did you not want to take that opportunity? You were the coordinator, you were the convener, and you brought all these parties together.
I have seen, as on today, 3 generations in Paul, 3 to 4 generations. First generation before me, after independence. 78 onwards, I am working in politics. I have seen them. At that time, pre-economic reforms. Only small way we used to spend money.
Correct.
Then all leaders, very, very stalwarts. Then second, post-economic reforms in 1991. From 1991, economy is moving forward. And also governments are in coalition governments. I was instrumental, my party was instrumental for National Front. VP Singh was the Prime Minister.
Yes.
After that, that government collapsed. Then afterwards, UF, 2 times they forced me to be the Prime Minister. I politely refused.
Why?
I am only a regional party. At that time, 42 seats.
Some of them were not even regional parties at that time.
No, it's okay. But I had an agenda, Vision 2020 before me for my people. If I go to Delhi, then nobody is here to follow it up. We will miss direction. So I politely, even at the time my son was in 10th class, I asked him.
Lokesh.
He gave me a shrewd answer. No, you are saying so many things. Why you are going to Delhi? If you, okay, 6 months or 1 year afterwards, what about you? You will be nowhere.
You knew that government would not last.
No, it is only a matter of, you have seen, no? It is only a coalition. Coalition partners will pull at any time. Major party Congress. There was earlier also historical things. So anybody can smell. But
so Lokesh was the one who told you not to go.
That is intuition, child intuition.
And so you decided you will stay here.
From the beginning I was against. My agenda is the state agenda. As an ideological commitment, I wanted to form UF for taking this country forward. Not me. Who is the best for leading the country? We searched. Jyoti Basu was selected. Jyoti Basu was inclined. Then Communist Party at that time told, we took a resolution not to lead the nation or join the national government. So we are not inclined.
So tell me, you were with the Prime Minister Modi till 2018, and then when the special status issue created divisions, there was a very, very bitter parting of ways. When you joined back hands with Prime Minister Modi in 2024, what changed your mind? And why did you decide to come back into the fold? And now with 16 members of parliament, the BJP at 240, you are a very important part of this government.
No, except special status. There is no other dispute. After that, we divided, we had some problems. That is a different issue. I was afraid of my sentiment. 2014, Congress has divided 2 states. As against the wishes of the people, very unscientific way. Because of that, in Andhra, Congress was, you can go through back, decades together, Congress was the alternative. Even NTR time. Even combined Andhra Pradesh. Both states they lost miserably because of sentiment. Because that sentiment was haunting me. I was unable to prepare people also. I was able to prepare bifurcation tie. I am forced to be neutral. Telugu Desam Party was formed on the basis of Telugu community. Wherever they are, we have to serve the community. Not only Andhra Pradesh, globally, nationally. That ideology base, I stood just like rock. Equal justice, 2 states has to be treated at par, all philosophy. People understood. But Congress Party, what they have done, they have lost. That is the biggest decision haunted me, that sentiment. Otherwise, no need to differ with them.
Today, how's your chemistry with Prime Minister Modi?
After 11 years' time, we are all watching him very closely. No other leader can do better than him, as on today. That is his credibility, track record he established. That everybody has to agree. From 10th largest economy, 4th largest economy now, we will go to 3rd largest economy. From there onwards, there is a real fight will start 4.5 times away from us is China, seven times away from us, America. So these are all two big fights India has to do. India is blessed. One is economic reforms, competitive spirit has come, entrepreneur skills have come. Second, technology, mover first advantage. Both are deadly combination. Third one, demographic dividend has come, windfall gain. Now, Indians are doing better than anybody in the world. Today, our growth is moving autopilot because of this young force. This advantage will be there up to 2047, this demographic dividend. After that, you will have a problem. Demographic disadvantage, aging problem will catch up. If you plan from now onwards smoothly, India and Indians will become inevitable for the global community for their requirements, either political governance or corporate governance.
You think Prime Minister Modi is the best
That is what
leader?
I am saying. I have seen so many prime ministers. I have worked so many prime ministers. I was the first chief minister to promote Andhra Pradesh and also India outside.
Correct.
Before that, no chief minister used to go to outside and ask them to come and invest. For that also spirit was me. One is Singapore Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew.
Yes.
Malaysia Prime Minister Mahathir. They used to go everywhere and meet people, ask them to come. That is how they used to market it. So I have done. Now Prime Minister has seen 11 years. All heads of the government you are watching, somewhere they are having imbalance. But Narendra Modi ji is more balanced, more matured. You know how to handle globally, how to handle our economy, and how to win the elections also. This is all unique qualities.
But the Congress thinks that he didn't even handle Operation Sindhu well. Rahul Gandhi is questioning him on a daily basis, saying that we surrendered to Trump. How do you look at Operation Sindhu and its success?
All of us has to understand one thing. Narendra Modi ji is fighting on terrorist activity globally. He is continuously mustering the support of global leaders. All of a sudden, Pahalgam has happened. Before women, they brutally killed husbands. That is very, very bad incident. The way Narendra Modi ji has created Sindhu, sentiment to respect. The way he operated within 25 minutes, 20 minutes, targeted extremist camps, not attacking civilians, not attacking defense. Then he completed the operation. Every Indian is proud of him. And at the same time, right time he ended the war and created Sindhu water will be controlled. What more you want?
But Rahul Gandhi calls it surrender.
That is what I am saying. Some people will talk not national interest, political interest. Every person in this country should have national outlook and work with national interest. I am telling. I am having liberty to advise everybody because of my seniority also. I have seen all politics. India is moving fast. Everybody is jealous. You wanted to block somewhere. If anybody will come, we are prepared. self-defense, no compromise. But unnecessarily, you should not
Prolong a war.
not only war, anything for that matter. Our policy is we want it to be very nice to everybody.
Do you think it's right for the opposition to ask how many of our planes have fallen? Why did Trump announce? Do you think they are doing this in national
That is what
interest?
I'm saying, that is not correct. Who will control Trump? Anybody can understand. Even what they are fighting among themselves, Elon Musk and Trump, can you control? Can you advise? So, we need global leaders to support our country for future of this country. We are even China, America, Russia, any country, Europe, even Gulf countries, everywhere we are having good relations. That is where Narendra Modi ji is maintaining. So somebody has done, even you are asking how many screws, how many bolts you have used all last. No, that is not correct. We should not talk about it.
A special session of parliament, do you think it was warranted as a demand?
Why all these things? You talk about development. Nobody can do better than this. Unwarranted thing has happened. But we showed our strength. We had very good, big strategy. And at the same time, we know how to end crisis. That is, with strength we demonstrated.
Let me ask you, Mr. Chandrababu Naidu, investments versus welfareism. You're the original reforms man. When there are all these freebies that are given in elections, free bus rides to women, debt relief to farmers, how do you adjust your own mind to these freebies that are given in elections from the era of reforms where you started? Do you think this will take the economy in the right direction?
If you see here, NTR started welfare programs first time in India. Before NTR, in India, only MGR used to give one or two programs, but no other state. But he started so many welfare programs. Earlier, only governance means regulatory. Not big projects because of no money. When we started economic reforms, competitive spirit has come, a license Raj has gone. Then we created big projects. Now it is creating wealth for the society. If you see PPP model, public-private partnership in economic reforms, either roads, you can make it telecom sector, power sector, port sector, almost all airports, everything we are going. Because of this, people are getting benefit out of it, some facility. Again, there is a problem of wealth has been concentrated only certain people of the society. Haves and have-nots have begun widen. Now, you are talking small benefits for poor people. We are all thinking we are doing unnecessarily public exchequer, what is going to have economy, all this. Yes, that is a problem. And at the same time, our welfare expenditure is also not productive.
It's consumption expenditure.
Consumption expenditure and also consumption expenditure also not efficient. So many problems. This is where we have to think again. Welfare should be productive. Welfare expenditure in kind has to be more efficient. How to do that? Second one, going on doing same experiment for future. Then billionaires will increase, poverty also same thing, perpetuate. That is not good for the nation. This is the right time again we have to rethink what type of policies we have to promote to bridge the gap. This is where I am doing some small experiment, and also we can work it out anywhere anybody has done. Europe is one example. America is one example. China is another example. But India has to do some brainstorming how to bridge the gap. There I have started P4 model, public-private people's partnership. I am adding one more P, that is people. This is where high net worth individuals, top 10%, has to adopt bottom 20% overall last mile. Then bridge the gap, adopt them, mentor them, timely help, managerial bandwidth you have to provide for them, right decision, right time. Even I used to quote Ambedkar. Ambedkar was 14th child of his parents. He was poor family. Baroda king has given 10 rupees for him for education in Bombay a month. Then he want to go to London. Same Baroda king has given $12 a month for his education in London. Because of that he has become great man. Even Abdul Kalam, one Iyer, has supported him in Madurai. Because of that, he has become Bharat Ratna of India. This is where I am saying hand holding is very important. It is not you are not doing favor to the society. It is your responsibility for the society. Because of society you have come up, repay your fellow human beings. Now, tendency has started. Bill Gates, 99% of his properties is giving back to the society. Even Vedanta has announced 75%. Wipro, so many companies are doing. But not only doing and giving for sectoral development, and also people as capital, empower them.
Well,
then you can see the results. And also our public policies also has to support. Technology is very big handy for us. It is possible to do that.
so what then happens to the debt levels of states?
No, what I am saying, wealth you won't create. You are not eligible to distribute welfare. First of all, you have to create wealth. Then sustainable models you have to establish. Then it is empowerment, again development, welfare, balancing.
So what will you do about the Congress party or Mr. Rahul Gandhi, who says everything is being done for the Ambanis and the Adanis, and he has this rhetoric that goes on, and it's been going on for the last 11 years. Wealth creation almost seems like a bad word today.
That is where I am saying, earlier communist parties also used to talk about it. I used to explain to them, always. Without creating wealth, where is the money to distribute? You have to distribute poverty. So this is not correct. Even in this country, I am having patent right to fight. Nobody used to talk about economic reforms. Nobody used to support economic reforms. First man I supported. P.V. Narasimha Rao has started economic reforms. Implemented and spoken loudly. Any forum for that matter. That may be a national forum, international forum, public meeting. Everywhere I supported. This is the order of the day. Even if some political parties are talking, every political party is proposing so many welfare programs without creating wealth. In Telangana, I created wealth. Now they are distributing.
And then they will get into a debt trap.
Debt trap also. But we have to keep sustainability in mind.
When the stakes are high and the answers are elusive, there's one voice unafraid to challenge the status quo.
At 8 p.m., I am not here to sugarcoat the truth. I am here to ask the hard questions. Because when others play it safe, I go straight to the heart of the matter. It's not about left or right. It's about what's right for India. It's about holding the powerful accountable.
India Upfront with Pranesh Roy. Weeknights at 8 p.m. only on Times Now. No spin, no compromise, just the truth.
For over 30 years, my journalism has been relentless, fearless, and uncompromised. My stories have breached lofty ivory towers and brought down the high and mighty. And I won't stop.
When the clock strikes 9, it is time for the news hour. Navika Kumar asks the legitimate question.
When your rights are trampled, I will be your voice, demanding answers from the corridors of power.
News hour at 9 with Navika Kumar.
Journalism is a mission, not just to seek accountability or a fight for justice, but for honesty and integrity. Voicing citizens' concerns and using the truth to demand answers, ensuring that you comes first on agenda. Watch News Hour Agenda with me, Madhav Balakrishnan, weeknights at 10 o'clock only on Times Now.
When the nation demands clarity, we cut through the noise to bring you the real story. Unbiased, unfiltered, unstoppable. On the ground, where it matters the most. With insights that go beyond the headlines. We connect the dots so you see the bigger picture. From every corner of the nation.
We are your voice. We are Times Now.
The faces you trust. The news you believe. Only on Times Now.
The biggest news break of the day. Exclusive that set the primetime agenda. Bringing you stories that matter. News breaks that shake up the system. Join us for the biggest revelation on Blueprint Exclusive weekdays at 6 p.m. only on Times Now.
Do you support the khata-khat models, money in the hands of people like Rahul Gandhi says?
No, that also productive expenditure, not consumption expenditure. Always you have to give fish, but how to teach him fishing? Then only sustainability. That is where we have to, all of us has to learn lessons.
So tell me, when you look at Maharashtra, when you look at your state, Andhra Pradesh, how do you plan to bring in the big investments, the big companies, the Lepakshi defense corridor that you're talking about? Which are the big ones that have already come in? Who's in the pipeline? What is Chandrababu Naidu's fresh idea in terms of bringing investments to the state?
Always I am investment friendly. Industry used to appreciate me, look to me for policy making, public policy making, sometimes promotional activities. I was the first person, Indian CI, Confederation of Indian Industry, to promote and to conduct annual events continuously 9 years. We conducted 8 years in Hyderabad. No takers at that time. NASCAM. At that time, Divang Mehta.
Yes.
I used to take him along with me all over the world.
Yes.
Good man, but somehow
He passed away, yes.
away in a hotel.
Hotel.
Touring. So these are all various things if you see. I had that image. Even now, RCR Mittal is starting one big project in Andhra Pradesh, that is steel industry.
Okay.
That is aiming phase 1 lakh 25,000 crores. Ultimately 1,70,000-80,000 crores. That is the biggest industry is coming. He is going to build port with township, with downstream industries. BPCL is working in Ramayapatnam, petrochemical, with 1 lakh investment to start with, then they will enhance. Now in Visakhapatnam, we are going in a big way, NTPC, green hydrogen. Even Greenco is going in Kakinada, green hydrogen, nitrogen for exports. We are planning 10 lakh crores investment for creating green energy. Even Reliance, they are spending nearly 65,000 crores for biofuel. Now Adani is there, and Jindal, all top companies are working with us. Even Anantapur Lepachi 2, Orvakal, I want to make it high technology hub. Drones, civil and defense, and also defense corridor, all defense industries, electronics, aerospace, and all space industry. So we are making not only defense personnel, and also civilian for these things. Ultimately, my aim is India is capable to go in a big way. Product perfection, thereby global leaders. That is our aim. But we are capable. Within 5 years, you have seen my track record. That Kia Motors, we brought it to Anantapur, very, very backward district, drought district. Now it is doing extremely well.
What about HAL? You've clarified that you're not pulling it out.
HAL, never I created any suspicion for anybody. Great nation, abundant opportunities. Wherever it is possible, we have to compete, we have to complement, we have to work together to achieve our goals. That is my competition. Long back, always Krishna used to challenge. Hyderabad cannot be developed. I took a challenge. You will see why can't. Then at one stage he told me in an international forum, that is in World Economic Forum. Davos. He told very clearly, up to now I fought with him. Now I want to work along with him. He's a trendsetter.
The Prime Minister said that in Amaravati about you, that when he became Chief Minister, he was following you, what you did when you were Chief Minister.
Now Google also is coming in a big way. There is one more, this one. Now we are going for Quantum Valley.
Quantum Valley.
Hyderabad, I started high-tech city with IT. Now I am going Quantum Valley with artificial intelligence. That is the future. I'm telling you, we are in inspiring time.
In the meanwhile, there are some political scores to be settled. The liquor scam, Jagan Reddy.
These are all anybody has committed a crime. They cannot escape under the cover of politics. Or otherwise, economic terrorism is equally dangerous for the nation. Not only terrorist, economic terrorist also. That is not good. And also criminalization is also one of the biggest challenge. politicians earlier, even today, they are all afraid of public sentiment. Now criminals are doing any criminal activity and throwing on others and escaping and communicating wrong things. If you see Vivekananda Reddy murder, they killed and they blamed me as Chief Minister at the time. Then what about ordinary people? What is the fate of them? Not a simple murder, blatant, with axe, hitting on head, brain has come out. Total room was blood. They washed away. They didn't allow anybody to enter there. They prepared the dead body in such a way for cremation. Can you imagine? Next day, they are having a paper. By evening, they throw blame on others. I lost my father. Now my uncle was killed. I am headless now. I don't have any family members now to help me. Then he got sympathy. Why it happened? It is because of politician, political party, and also paper, and also TV, to cover up all these things, to counter and throw on others. Can we allow this type of politics?
So what next?
No, law has to take on its own.
But is there something
no, what
in
I'm
the
saying,
legal stand?
anybody can did this type of mistake. Can you allow? Why you are fighting on extremism? Why
you have almost had a close brush with death
that is what
in 2003.
Why I fought on extremism, I am asking. Are they my enemies? No. To have public safety, then they are annoyed. Not only extremists, I fought against factionists. In Rayalaseema, you know factions? Yes. You heard about it? Anybody, there are two factions everywhere. One faction will eliminate one person, or 2, 3, 4. Same family, according to Hindu Sampradayam, we will remove our, some spiritually, we will do so many things, rituals. They denied. They will say, if you kill who killed my husband, then only I will do, or otherwise my children will grow up, they will do that, then only I will do these rituals. That were the decisions. Very hard decisions. There were so many pictures. I took hard decision to control my people, other people, I arrested my people and controlled it. Today there is no faction. Hyderabad, only one road at that time, Kurnool Bangalore road. We had to pass Old City. 6 months curfew to go to Vijayawada, again Old City, Malakpet. 6 months. I took a hard decision. I controlled. Today you are seeing no factions, no extremism, no communal violence, no rowdies. Before that, every gully there was a rowdy. Every street, I controlled. Today, new criminalization has come. That is dangerous. If we ignore this type of activities also, that is not good for the society. Everything has to be controlled. Then only country will prosper. Public safety is very, very important. Public money is also very, very important. You don't have any right to swindle public wealth. Lakhs of crores. That is where value-based politics I am talking. Abolish all higher denominations. Otherwise, these people will keep hoarding. Not only within the country, outside the country also. They are bringing at the time of elections.
Well said.
Yeah, these are all in a civilized world. India wanted to position ourselves globally number 1 or 2. Indians all over the number 1. Then naturally we must have a clean
Safety, law and order will have to be.
In a civilized world has to maintain.
Mr. Naidu, let me go to the rapid fire round.
Yeah.
I'll ask you questions and you have to give me quick answers.
Yes.
Amaravati or Visakhapatnam, which city represents Andhra Pradesh's future?
3 cities. Visakhapatnam, Amaravati, Tirupati.
Tirupati. Is it a legacy project in Amaravati or is it a revenge project?
It is a legacy project for future generations.
What advice would you give to Rahul Gandhi?
Be practical.
What advice would you say about Pawan Kalyan?
Good friend.
One word for Prime Minister Modi and his 11 years in office?
A right man, a right place, a right time.
Your go-to stress buster after a long day as Chief Minister, what do you do to relax?
Spending some time with my family.
Who in the family you are very, very partial to?
No, always my wife, now my grandson, then my son, my daughter-in-law.
One word to describe your time in jail during the YSR Congress regime when they put you behind bars for the skill development case.
Determined to revive the state, to reconstruct the state, that's all.
When you were Chief Minister, you brought Bill Gates to Hyderabad. Amaravati, when it is ready, who would you want to bring to make a global statement?
Quantum Valley Global Knowledge Economy Hub.
Alliance with BJP, is it due to common goals or common enemies?
Common goals. India is superpower. Indians to be globally number 1.
What do you think about caste census versus skill census? What do you think is more important?
Both are complementary.
So you think the government is in the right direction with the caste census?
100%.
And
if they do caste census with economics, per capita income, that is the data. With the data, if you create public policy, that is a deadly combination. Bound to give results.
Has the government given in to Rahul Gandhi's demand for caste census?
So many people, so many things will talk. Ultimately, doing right thing is our responsibility. That is where they have done.
Lokesh, your political heir or your right-hand man?
Future effective transformer.
So is he going to take over soon from you?
People will decide. Time will answer.
You're still going strong?
As long as I can. I want to contribute for society. But at the same time, young generation has to lead. If you see here, my party, youngest party in the country, having average age of MLAs, very young. Parliament members in parliament, ours is the young parliament. And also my Ram Mohan Naidu, youngest minister in the cabinet.
Yes.
These are all, if you can go through all these things, we are making seniors knowledge and experience, youngsters energy, and also their skills to handle the present situation for future.
So what would your advice to Lokesh be?
He has to emerge as leader.
Well said, Mr. Chandrababu Naidu. Thank you very much for
Very nice of you.
answering all these questions, and many congratulations for completing 1 year in this term. But 4.5 decades in politics.
Yeah.
With a lot of achievements.
Yeah.
In your CV. Many thanks.
Thank you. Very nice of you. Thank you.
Namaskar.